Good evening, Wendy. How are you?
I'm fine. Hi.
So we are waiting for Bonnie to join us, the beautiful Miss Yvonne Barker. Hopefully she will join us this evening. If not, we will go ahead and we will be two chicks talking. So welcome to A Conversation with Chris. And I have the lovely Wendy with me this evening. Guys, listen.
Hello. Hi, Chris.
Hey girl, we need
Everybody.
you all to subscribe. We need you to share. We need you to leave a comment. We need you to like. This is A Conversation with Chris. There's a whole lot to like about it because we got a whole lot to talk about tonight. You know, last week we had a situation where we talked about a gentleman who wrote some things about types of women that men are looking for. And, women aren't perfect and they think they're perfect. Society's led them to believe this. But we were stuck on one thing. And it was, he said that men are, let's see, I want to make sure I get it right so I don't say the wrong thing. So I'm going to look back here at my notes. He said men are more about doing and women are more about being. So Wendy took the time to go back and read everything. So she's going to explain that to us because we had quite a few different ideas of what he meant. So we now understand exactly what he meant. With
comprehension problem there.
Exactly. So go ahead, Wendy, enlighten us.
Okay. So men, according to this gentleman's commentary, get the type of woman that they earn. Okay, men earn, they get the type of woman they earn, got it? And women get the type of man they deserve. Okay?
Got it.
Now, so, and he said, he goes on to say, expounds on it to say, it's about being. A woman is about being. Are you being peaceful? Am I right, Chris? Is that what it was?
Yes, you are. You are.
Are you being classy? Are you being
loyal?
Loyal was a big thing. Yes. And so if you can answer all of those questions, yes, you are being, then you are the type of woman that deserves
a quality man. You deserve a quality man. You deserve the kind of man that's going to be a protector. He's going to be a provider. He's going to be all of those things that, and as far as a man needs to be in order to deserve a good woman.
So he's going to earn you.
Earn a good woman. He's doing all those things. So then if you're doing all of those things, then you're going to earn, or you're going to get the kind of man you deserve because you're doing all the right things to build that relationship, to make it a good quality relationship. So now we both understand it. So hopefully, we'll get Bonnie on with us and she can realize that we've gotten some more clarity on that as well. So, hey guys, so we did have a couple of comments last week about our commentary. I gave you those 10 words, and a lot of those words were based on what this gentleman said as well, because he said women are about being classy, supportive, loyal, respectful, and nurturing. Well, we did have an individual come back and make a comment, and this individual said that she did not think that men wanted a nurturing woman. She said from her experience, most men don't even want her to be around them when they're not feeling well. So what do you think about that, Wendy? What do you say to that?
She said most men?
Yeah, she said that she does not believe that men want a nurturing woman, and from her experience, the men that she's dealt with, and I'll have to say that because I don't know, that they don't even want her to be around them when they're sick or not feeling well, in a certain kind of mood or whatever.
Well, I guess the question then lies: is she a nurturing woman? You know what I mean?
But you know what? But I guess you could ask that question, but does it really matter? Because if you're saying that you don't think that men want that kind of woman because you've not been with men that wanted that from you, does it matter whether you're nurturing or not? Because you can be nurturing and still feel like men don't want that from you. You know what I mean? So
I disagree. I don't.
Well, no, I disagree too. I think men, I've never I literally have never been around a man that did not want to be pampered and want you to treat them like, they're they've got the plague or something and they need you right there to grab everything that they need. Pass me the tissue.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to belittle men by no means, but that's, if you think about it, because we've said this, over time, men don't bring that soft feminine side to the table. And that's what they're looking for in a woman. They're looking for that, they're looking for a woman to bring her feminine energy. And part of that is the nurturing, because men are not of that nature. Not to say that there are no men like that, but the average man is not that soft, pliable, huggy, touchy feely. Not that they're not, they are, but when it comes to just being that way overall, most men aren't. So they look for that in a woman because, number one, and the main thing, 9 times out of 10, she can instill that in him to some degree and make him more like that, I think. But they don't bring that to the table.
I think it can become a reciprocal relationship over time. You know?
Exactly.
You're just growing and taking care of each other. And, in marriage, they say in sickness and in health, right?
Right. So we're basically sticking to what we said. Men definitely want a nurturing woman.
I appreciate your comments, though.
So the next comment, let's see, what the other comment was that, this was real, it's interesting. This individual said that the thought that men close doors, pull out chairs, and all of that, and they're a provider, that's all old school. That if they get those things, that those things are just extra.
Okay, so in other words, this person is saying that it's not important to them.
No, they didn't say that. They said what they said was that they believe it's an old school way of thinking, that men that they don't expect men to open the doors, pull out chairs for them, and things of that nature. Be chivalrous, I guess you could say. That's old school. And I'll just say right up front, I'll let you comment, I'll come back in. But absolutely, you should never, ever take that away from yourself. That expectation should always be there, because that shows that man respects you, he cares about you. And people might say, well, that's not disrespectful. Absolutely, it's not disrespectful. But if you have a man that does all those little things for you, believe me, I think that you will start to see the relationship and those kinds of things in a different light. What do you think, Wendy?
Yeah, I think it's important. I can't speak for this individual who clearly she does not think it's important. Okay.
Right.
When you say it's old school, that means it's kind of, from
outdated,
older generation, which we certainly are.
Right. Well, we are in the older generation. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, I'm just speaking from my perspective now. If it doesn't matter to her, she might be a younger woman. Maybe it doesn't matter to her. Maybe her date does not open the car door and the doors or whatever, and she doesn't care. That's okay.
No, absolutely. That is absolutely okay. But I think if you had a panel of 10 women ages 25 to 65, I think you get I think that it would swing more towards the pendulum of, yes, absolutely, I want my man to do those things for me.
Oh, I definitely do. I definitely do.
I think that the responses from ththose 10 women, I think 8 of them would absolutely say they want their man to do all those things for them. Pull out chairs, open, because there are certain things from my perspective that kind of just move through time. And those are some things, they're not, you know what I'm saying? They just move through time with what.
Well, I have today's 19, I have a 19-year-old. Happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Bryce.
And I certainly did try my best to instill that in him.
Right.
Walking, on a certain side when a woman's, walking down the sidewalk, to walk on the outside, to open the door, what else? All those little things that make a difference, they show that you're chivalrous.
Exactly.
Just
And
polite.
they show that you're attentive as well.
Yeah,
You know,
you have
you should
home
want, and you should want that from a man. You should want an attentive man, because that shows that he's a protector, because he's looking out for you. He's thinking about you.
Open
You
the
know?
door, don't blow the horn, all that stuff.
Exactly.
You know, what I mean? You're
Come
right.
to the door, you know, come to the door, ring the doorbell, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So,
But
all
with
right.
a lot of people, it's like, letters, it's kind of, it is going by the wayside a little bit, but that doesn't mean you have to demand it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You have to sit there until the door goes.
And you know what? But it's up to us to, and you know, it's up to the, I don't want to say the older generation, but it's up to the people that believe it and expect it, and know that that should be an expectation, to keep those things going, you know, to keep that thread running throughout history, so that it doesn't just dissipate and become truly old school. Because I don't, that's not what you want. Because, and the reason I say that is because you can look at it from this perspective. Most men don't want a woman that, oh, I can take care of myself, I don't need no man. That's not what they want. You know, so when you start saying, oh, you don't need anyone to open the door for you, I don't need anyone to pull out the chair, you know, that all to me ties together. So that's already a turnoff. And it's going to come back to you, like Bonnie said last week. It'll come back to you. They'll bring that back. Oh, well, you said you don't need this. Oh, you said you don't need that. Oh, you said you don't want this. So then, you know, now you're put on the spot. You know what? Now you will never get those things from that particular person anyway. You know what I mean?
That's true. That is true. Yep.
So,
You set yourself up that way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You have to start
And
off.
that's kind of what this guy was saying in his commentary. Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, well, you know what? I'm glad. I knew that I was going to still be thinking the same way, because I don't think it really has to do with age. I think it has to do with being a woman and what your expectations. Because if men expect certain things from us, you know, as women, especially if they're looking for a wife and whatnot, why shouldn't we expect certain things of them? And some of those things are things that have been passed down through history that make a difference. So why should we? That's lopsided to me. And you know what? For the men that want to do it, I applaud you. You know what? Keep doing it. And if you have sons, please instill that in your sons as well.
Sure.
It makes a big difference, because you know what?
Yeah,
If they're doing all that, they are with the woman that's being respectful, the woman that's being thoughtful, the woman that's being classy, the woman that's being nurturing, all of that. They are with the kind of woman that they have earned. Is that
That's
right?
That's right. That is so true. You brought that back around. I see you.
All right. So I was thinking, you know, as we were talking last week, I said, you know, there's a thread that we're creating here as we move into this whole dating world. Oh, you know what? I digress just for a second. Someone said, well, you guys are older, so why are you even concerned with any of these things? You know, why does it even matter? And I said, well, it matters because this is how things are today. So it's not just from our perspective, it's men that are saying some of these things. So that's why it matters. We need to be prepared. Basically, we need to have our armor and our shield ready to go in. We need to be prepared.
We're doing reconnaissance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We need to be prepared for any and everything. You know what I mean? So, all right. So this will be kind of interesting. These are things
You got more
that
comments?
no, that was the last two comments.
Oh, okay.
So these are, I was listening to another gentleman, and I agree with most of this. He said these are signs that he's emotionally, sorry people out there in viewer land, that he's emotionally attracted to you. And the first one, he compliments the non-physical things about you. And what he said was that when men first meet you, because men are physical, they do say, you know, how beautiful, you know, you look gorgeous, this, that, and the other. And he said, women should not get offended by that. You should only feel a certain way about that if they never change that conversation. If the dynamic never changes, then it's something to think about. He said, because most men, when they are emotionally attracted to you, they'll start complimenting you on other things, you know, complimenting you on information you provided, complimenting you on your knowledge, you know, it'll leave the whole, they'll still compliment you on the sexual aspects, you know, of your appearance and things like that. But they will also look further than that, beyond that. And that's when you know that they're emotionally attached to you. What do you think, Wendy?
Oh yeah, I agree with that. That's very true. They will compliment, you know, an idea that you gave them, or
Right.
some opinion that you had on something. Oh, you know, you have some good ideas, or you know, you are knowledgeable. I've had a guy say to me, just chatting with a guy at a bar, and he said, you know, a little bit about, and I really don't know much about sports at all, but I know more. I just keep up with the headlines.
Right. No, hey, sometimes that's all you need in the headlines. Those big.
Right. So I can carry on a conversation about boxing, you know, baseball, football, you know, all the balls.
Right.
Because I just know the headlines. You know what I mean? I know the personalities and the, you know, so it, you know, a lot of.
But that impresses a man, even the fact that you know that much. You took the time to know that much, because there's nothing like a man, seeing a man's eyes light up when you can have a conversation with him about something that he likes.
Yes,
you know,
this is true. Yes.
So here's another one, and this is from a gentleman. He said that you're able to talk for hours and enjoy each other's company, and that is so true.
Very important. Very. Yeah.
That is. Have you been in that kind of relationship, Wendy, where you just sat on the phone for
hours?
It's
amazing. It is amazing. Yeah.
It is.
That's what I want. That's what you want. I think.
Exactly. That is what you want.
In any relationship. You want to be
in a nice part. The nice part about when there's no lull, you know what I'm saying? You're not sitting there be like, oh, okay, you tired? Okay, you sleepy? Where the conversation just continues to go.
And you like the way that person thinks, you know, and they like the way that you think.
Right. That's absolutely true. So that's number 2. So number 3, they expressed, and I like this one, they expressed they have been thinking about you. What do you think about that?
Oh yeah, that's sweet. That's really, really sweet. But you got, see, when somebody says they've been thinking about you, or when you say, you know, I was just thinking about you, the question then begs, really, what were you thinking? Right?
See, and you know what? And he said,
don't ask
that shouldn't be the concern, because if a man took the time to tell you that he was thinking about you, that just means he could have been sitting at his desk, you popped into his mind and brought a smile to his face. As simple as that. You know what I mean? So don't always, like he was basically saying, and you know, because that's what we do. That's exactly, because that's the first thing you did. We read things into something. We read something into something that's not even there, because that's just our nature, suspicious, I guess.
Well, so what you want to hear, and I mean, you don't want to fish, I guess, but what you want to hear is that, oh, I miss you. But that's a lot. That's saying a lot, though.
Right.
Or, you know, we should get together, or, you know, I haven't seen you in a while, or, you know, what are we gonna do about that? Or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know, those things are absolutely important. But if he says that he's been thinking about you, 9 times out of 10, that will be the next thing. Let's get together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, naturally.
So that's number 3. So number 4 was he values your opinion, and that's what we were just saying when we were talking about that you're able to have a long conversation without a bunch of lulls. You can talk for hours. When a man now he may not, you know, agree with everything you say, and he may not take your advice or whatever, but he values your opinion because he asked you. You know what I mean? You know. So what else can you ask for?
Right. Yeah.
All right. So that was number 4. So let's see. Number 5. 7.
Okay, gotcha.
So this is number 5. He enjoys, I like this one too. He enjoys your non-sexual company. And that goes right back to you're able to communicate and spend time together and talk. Without intimacy always coming up. You know what I mean? You can sit down.
Be intimate without being sexual.
Exactly. Yeah. You're laying down watching a movie, you're hugging each other, you're spooning or whatever. You know what I mean? It doesn't necessarily have to turn into something else. And because that tells me that he knows what that's all about. You know what I'm saying? That other part of it, the relationship, he knows what that's all about. Now let's just see if we can really just lay here, enjoy each other's company without that even. Exactly. Be his peace. Be his peace. Yes. I love it. See how this all hey, ladies out there, I hope you're listening, because see how this all ties together. You can be his peace. In those moments, you can sit, you can relax. You don't have to have a conversation even. You can be his peace. It all comes back full circle.
Yes,
all right, so number 6, when a man is willing to be vulnerable with you, transparent, that's another sign that he is emotionally attracted to you.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a real good one, because we know men are not that open.
Most of them are not. No.
Exactly. Yeah. So have you ever dated anyone in the past? Because of course, in the future, we definitely want someone that's going to be open and forthcoming with us. Have you ever dated anyone in the past that you just really, it was a struggle finding anything out about them?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
absolutely. Yeah. I mean, lots of guys are like that. Okay. Just kind of closed off. Let me not say lots. I don't hate to group them together.
Right, right.
But yeah, it's been my experience. Let me start like that. It has been my experience that, yeah, some men are, you can just say, well, how was your vacation? Or, it's like, why are you asking?
I know, right? Whereas when a man that's open and forthcoming will just say, I had a great vacation. This is what I did. I ran into so and so. Whatever the case may be, and that is so true, because most men don't talk about family interactions. When they start to talk about family interactions with you, how things went on the job, they are bringing you into their life, to their everyday life. And sometimes we don't even recognize that. We don't recognize it for what it is, that he is emotionally attracted to you or attached to you or getting attached to you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Or if they share something that's vulnerable, it's not so much just a conversation about family or work or whatever. It's something vulnerable, something
personal.
Very personal that they wouldn't share with most people.
Right, that's true. When they're opening up to you like that is, and you know what? And the thing about that's what we need to be observant, because when they share something like that with us, we need to treasure that moment, because they're telling us something. If you're that comfortable with me, that should tell us something. So those are kinds of things that we need to be aware of, basically. So let's see, number 7. Hey, this is a big one. This is the one that we're always looking for. He's willing to bring you into his world, meaning what I was just saying. He'll bring you around his parents. He's bringing, if it's, at our age, his parents are still with him, but family members, he'll take you to his family's home or, his sister's house for dinner or whatever, invite you over on the week, anything like that. When he's starting to involve you, hey, let's go out with my friends, or, so-and-so, John invited us over for a drink on Saturday. Big difference. Big difference.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that one, you kind of know that one.
Yeah, that's true. That's the one that we're always looking for. That's the sign we're always looking for.
Except there are the exceptional guys who bring all the girls around the family.
And wait, and that's true, Wendy, because I've been there, because they'll be like, and your name is
That's what mom was, call you the wrong name. Yeah.
Exactly. Or you will hear somebody over in the corner and say, didn't he have a different girl with him last month?
Last Thanksgiving.
And so
that's different.
Exactly. So now that's a red flag for you, or for me anyway. That's a red flag.
Yes, it is.
And then what that also tells you, that that's a person that is hard for them to make a commitment, because if you can just bring all your dates around your family members and you really don't care, you're not probably looking to make a commitment. You just hanging out, dating or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is true. This is true. Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought those were all interesting. I'm just gonna run through those one more time, just for the women out there, so you will know when a man is emotionally attracted to you.
Yes.
He compliments the non-sexual things about you. You're able to talk for hours and enjoy each other's company. He expresses he's been thinking about you. He values your opinion and he asks for your opinion. Let's see, number 5, enjoys your non-sexual company. Whoa, that's a big one. They are willing, he's willing to be vulnerable, open up, tell you something personal about himself, because I will tell you, Wendy, that there is a whole, I don't want to say a whole bunch, but there are quite a few personal things about myself that I literally probably have only shared with one guy in my entire life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's when I think about it, that's really sad, because for people that I thought that I was emotionally attracted to, and obviously I wasn't, because I wasn't doing some of these things. You know what I'm saying? Even after the relationship I thought had matured, I can honestly say that I still wasn't doing some of these things.
No, really?
Yes.
But Chris, just a side note there, these are signs that a man is emotionally attracted to you.
Right, but it can work. I know, but it can work in the reverse as well.
Yeah, but probably get a little different. We probably have a different list. We'll make our own list.
I know, right? You're right. So number seven, and the last one, he's willing to bring you into his world. And that, to me, so of those, Wendy, what are the big ones for you that make a difference?
Oh, when you get toward the end, I'm going to say 6 and 7 are the ones.
He's willing to be vulnerable.
Yes.
Willing to bring you into his world.
Absolutely.
Those two. Okay.
Yeah.
And I would say that he's able to be with you and just enjoy your company and not necessarily expect there to be sex or intimacy beyond spooning during the course of the evening.
Well, I mean, okay, now that part, he's just not a jerk. Okay.
Uh-huh.
He's just not a jerk. I'm gonna put him in the category.
Right, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I had a conversation recently with a friend. She just met this guy. I have to tell you this before I forget. I'm sorry.
No worries.
She met this guy recently, and they went out they actually didn't go out. He came over. Doesn't live very far from her and everything. He came over. He met her. Her sister lives with her, so he met her sister.
Okay. Oh, okay.
You follow me?
Yes.
So, and she talked to his daughter over the phone.
Okay.
So the daughter lives with him.
Okay.
So we're making a lot of progress here in this. But she said that he told her he likes to play golf. He likes to watch football. Hey, I can teach you how to play golf. And, she likes to dance. So he's going to take a dance class with her.
Nice.
Okay, I like this progress.
No, wait. So tell me, how was your date? They had a date.
Well, it was company, what I mean? It's company.
Uh-huh.
Good conversation.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It sounds good. We're moving
sounds
forward.
Positive.
Yeah, sounds positive. I mean, he's already touched upon willing to bring you into his world, the daughter. Right. Okay.
That's why I wanted to, yes. Hey, and then you told me about your friend. I think he took, the guy took her to maybe an association meeting or something like that.
Well, I don't know if it was an association meeting. Okay. I think just meeting
around the neighbors or something like that.
In the neighborhood, but they are really, they're doing well, spending a lot of time together. And you know what? That's the important part, is spending time together, because when you spend time with someone, that's when you really get to know them. You get to see their habits. You can understand how you need to exactly how you need to respond to them, because women probably never think about this, but how you respond to a man makes a big difference. how you respond to a man in most instances makes a big difference, because men always think women are argumentative, number one. They think that we think we know it all, number two. So
Yeah.
you can't respond in an argumentative way all the time. You can't respond in a know-it-all fashion all the time. And I know this sounds like a lot that we have to do, but if you are a woman that is these things are all natural for you. They come natural, right?
Right. This is
So-
true. This is true.
So
And if you are not, then that's something that you need to work on as far as improving yourself. Right?
exactly. No, absolutely.
Because
So
we didn't start out being this way.
No.
Some of us had hot tempers and yeah.
absolutely. So so with all our conversations, I am learning a lot myself, and because I can honestly say, yeah, I probably could have been a little bit too argumentative in the past. And that's probably not worked well in my favor. So, you live and you learn. As you get older,
Yes.
you understand relationships a lot more.
It's not about winning the argument all the time. Sometimes you just have to just let it go.
Exactly.
You like to win the argument, but sometimes you have to just let it go. Right?
Just let it go, because it's not about who wins. It's about understanding each other.
Right.
More than anything else.
And maintaining your relationship if it's important. Right.
Exactly. Keyword important.
Yeah.
Two keywords if it's important, because
Right.
it has to be important to the individual in order to be able to sit back and say, you know what, that's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. I'm just gonna in your head you say, I'm just gonna let that go. Smile.
I love to win the argument, but I'm gonna let it go.
Exactly. Just smile and walk away. Well, Wendy, this has been awesome. I am so glad we were able to speak to that individual's questions. And I will just say that we respect the way that you feel, and
Sure.
Understand, this is a different time and whatnot, and things might be a little different, but that doesn't mean that we should expect less, because these are different times. So
Right.
with that said, guys, please remember to like, share, leave a comment, and subscribe. This has been a conversation with Chris. Thank you, Wendy, for joining me this evening.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you're out there as well. We will see you next week. We hope everyone had a wonderful and safe Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Take care. Have a wonderful evening. Bye.
Bye.